Hey there.
Well, can I do anything?
Well, I will have to have her examined by a doctor, and I did have one in mind. It's Dr. Marsden from Wentworth General. Do you know him?
I know of him.
Well, he attended to Lizzie some time ago, and he was very anxious to have her released. I'm sure he'll help.
I suppose we better contact the halfway house, let Bryant know she's not coming.
Well, I'll call in there on the way home. I've been meaning to look at their renovations. Well, now, let's have a look at your report on the maternity wing, Mr. Murray.
There you go.
Oh, good. You're doing this on purpose.
Couldn't be as bad as the last hand I had.
Oh, this isn't a hand, it's a bloody foot.
Oh, well, we are honoured. Isn't there a party going on in your cell tonight?
What do you mean?
We don't see you in here very often. What are you doing, slumming it?
I just got fed up with being on my own.
Not as much fun as it, love. Would you like playing the cards?
What are you playing?
Rummy, but we can change it if you like.
No, that's fine. Okay, ladies, payout time for the lucky ones, and the book's open for tonight's dogs. Best odds in Wentworth. Isn't that right, Bee?
She's pushing it a bit far now. You're not to bite, Bee.
Don't you worry. Patty's too thick to be stirring with her own bat. I know who's behind it.
Who?
Oh, the freak. And I am not going to give her the satisfaction of seeing me break.
I'm absolutely amazed at the progress you've made in a few short weeks.
Yeah, it's getting there. Still have a lot of work to do on the bedrooms. Don't see the point, though. The council hasn't given us permission to open yet.
Well, will that be long, do you think?
Knowing the council, probably take forever.
Well, I'll see if my brother can help. In the meantime, there won't be any problem about giving Lizzie a room, will there?
None at all. I'll have Tony paint her room tomorrow. Listen, by the way, I had a letter from Sandy Wilson. You know, she runs Guthrie House, the halfway house in Sydney. She said any time I want to come up, she'll show me how she runs her place.
Well, that's wonderful. Are you going?
Yeah, well, I hope so. I spoke to my parole officer. He said he doesn't see it'll be any problem, so maybe next week or something.
And what about the shop?
Oh, well, there shouldn't be any problems. You know, we're not open. Anyway, Tony could run it standing on his head.
Oh, that's good. How's he getting on?
Real well. Still has to learn to treat the cops with a bit of respect.
You've had the police around. What about?
Oh, nothing, you know, just checking.
You haven't had any harassment, have you?
No, of course not. Well, we did have a spot of trouble with one of the girls. You remember Maxine Daniels?
Oh, no. I thought she'd be trouble.
Yeah, she was caught with some stolen goods. Fortunately, the house wasn't involved.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Is there anything I can do to help?
No. I mean, everything's fine, you know. No worries.
Here.
Oh, Tubby.
Here.
What's that?
Coffee. What do you think it is? Suit yourself. I was just trying to be friendly.
Why?
Because we share a cell together and you are obviously not going to make the first move.
Thanks.
So tell me, what's Ferguson got over you?
What are you talking about?
Come on. All this let's pick on B stuff has got Ferguson's stamp all over it. And don't try and tell me she isn't getting a rake off from the book because everyone knows that she
I
is.
get stuffed, I do what I like, innit?
Yeah, as long as the freak says it's okay. She pulls the strings, you dance.
So she keeps me out of solitary. Is that so bad?
Depends. Sometimes a stint in the pound is a lot better than making enemies with the women.
Oh, not for me, it's not.
Oh, I wouldn't mind a stint in the pound now and then. No work, plenty of rest, nice and quiet. They won't put me in there, though, because of me ticker.
But it's awful in there. Dark, lonely. Not throwing me in there again. You must be bloody mad.
You're the one who's mad if you think Ferguson's going to keep you out of there forever. The minute she has stopped playing her little games with you, you will be on the top floor in seconds flat. And don't think you can push me into clobbering you, because I can get a dozen other people to do it for me. And don't think that I won't.
Good morning. I'm Bruce Horton from the Monkfield Legal Service. Maxine Daniels, is that correct?
That's right. G'day.
Right. Sorry I'm late. I got held up. Now, what's the story?
Oh, they got her for possession of stolen goods.
Have you admitted stealing them?
Had to, didn't I? They caught me with my fingers in the bin.
So there's a police statement and you're pleading guilty, right?
Hey? No bloody way. I've got mitigating circumstances.
What do you mean?
You see, I was doing me Robin Hood bit. I'm out of work, no dough, and I got a great respect for the Brotherhood and how they help people. So I thought, I'll help them.
You mean you stole those goods to give to charity?
Bloody oath.
Yeah, see, she's a bit misguided, but her heart's in the right place.
Look, I think you'd be better off with a straight plea of guilty. Now, have you any previous convictions?
1 or 6. But I can't walk in there and say, I done it, Your Honour. Lock me up. Got to give the buggers a bit of a fight, eh?
Well, all right. It's your funeral. But even Robin Hood was considered to be a criminal.
It's pretty high, isn't it, Doc?
No, not really. Nowhere near high enough to cause any worry.
Well, what about me nausea and these pains in me back around the kidneys?
Well, we could try a pregnancy test.
Oh, go on, Doc. You are a cat.
Now, how many times have I told you, Lizzie, I'm a nurse and not a doctor?
Yeah, but you know just as much as a doctor, and you can tell me what's the matter with me.
Yes, well, my diagnosis is acute parole boarditis.
Eh?
Now, Lizzie, the doctor's report for the parole board has got to be based on your current state of health. Now, if you start inventing all these strange symptoms, the doctor will wake up to you in no time. Besides, the tests could go on for weeks.
Oh, good. I don't want them poking and prodding around on me all that time.
Well, you have a history of angina, so why don't we concentrate on that for the time being and forget about the nausea and the kidneys?
Whatever you say, Doc. Could I die from it?
No, not from angina. It's a symptom, not a disease. It means there's not enough oxygen getting to your heart.
Do you reckon I should breathe more?
Well, smoking less would help.
Oh, good. Couldn't we just go on with the kidneys?
Now, let's see if this book is any help.
Struth, how much flaming longer?
Well, I don't know, but it better not be too much longer. Mr. Horton has another case this afternoon.
Ah, terrific. I should have stayed in the watch house with me junkie mate. It was more fun.
What?
Ah, the bird I was locked up with last night, God, she was a hoot. We sat up most of the night singing our flaming heads off. She was a Stones freak too. We drove the coppers silly.
Well, that's just wonderful, isn't it? I hope the magistrate didn't get wind of it. Oh, how's it going?
All the undefended cases are being heard first. I tried to get our case brought forward, but no luck, I'm afraid.
Hell, Maxine, why don't you just plead guilty so we can get out of here?
No, bugger it. If I do that, I got nowhere to go.
Well, I have. I'm sorry. I have an appointment in an hour. I'll have to get away.
Oh, well, I understand.
If you really want to go ahead with the defense, I'd advise that you ask for a postponement until I can present it for you. You should get bail without too much trouble.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll keep in touch, huh?
Fine. I'm sorry I have to do this, but it can't be helped. See you later.
Thanks, mate. Hey, Jude. Why don't I conduct my own defence?
For the same reason that you don't conduct the Sydney Philharmonic. You wouldn't know where to start.
Oh, Steve, have you got a minute?
Yeah, but I think you'd better stick with Mr. Faulkner around here.
Sorry. Do you know if Logan has applied to visit me yet?
I've been keeping my eye on the book, but there's been no call yet.
I've been thinking over what you said about me talking to him before the trial.
I still think you'd be wise not to. I'm no legal expert, but there could be some suspicion of conspiracy.
Do you think I could check it out with my solicitor? Could I phone him, do you think?
No, I don't see why not. Come through with me now. I didn't think he was handling your case anymore.
Well, not my court case, but he still handles my business affairs.
Didn't think you'd trust him that much.
Well, I have to trust someone.
You good?
Hello? Is Philip there, please? It's Barbara Field speaking.
Hello?
Philip, it's Barbara.
What do you want?
I'm phoning about George Logan, actually. I think he wants to come and see me.